So you guys should be good with one-step equations now. So now we're just going to two-step. So we're going from one to two-step. We're only adding a step. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The goal is to still undo what's being done to our variable. So again, we're going to be working with x for these examples. Our goal is to get the x by itself. Okay, so before, what we were looking at is something like 2x equals 8. This would be a one-step equation. So we're going a step further. So instead of just a 2x equals 8, I gave you 2x plus 4 equals 8. Okay, so I've got 2 being multiplied by x, but I'm also adding 4. Okay, so just like in the other video at the end, I'm going to split my equation at the equal sign. So I've got my left side and my right side. At this point, we know if I do something on the left side, it's got to be done on the right side as well. Okay, so I've got 2 being multiplied by x, then I'm adding 4. I've got 2 things happening here. I've got to undo both of those in order to get x by itself. Okay, so I'm going to start with the last thing that happened to it. First, x was multiplied by 2, then the 4 was added. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that 4. Okay, so the 4 was added, so to get rid of it, I'm just going to take it away, or I'm going to subtract it. Okay, so to undo something, just like the opposite of multiplication was division, the opposite of this plus 4 is minus 4. Okay, this was done last, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. So I'm going to undo that plus 4 by subtracting it. But remember, if I minus 4 on the left side, I've got a minus 4 on the right side. So minus 4. Plus 4 and minus 4, that's 0, right? 4 minus 4, that's 0, so they're gone. I'm now left with 2x. 8 minus 4 is 4. Okay, so I just brought my 2x down. I got 8 minus 4 equals 4. Now I have 2x equals 4. This is similar to what we looked at in the first video, right? 2 is being multiplied by x. I've got to undo this multiplication by dividing by 2. I did it on the left side, you got to do it on the right. Divide by 2. My 2's cancel. X equals 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now I'm done. Okay, if you want to check this, you can plug it in for x. 2 times 2, if I plug my 2 in for x, 2 times 2 is 4, plus another 4 is 8. So my answer is correct. All you've got to do is plug that x back in. One thing I want to mention about this, what if I had given you, instead of 2x plus 4, what if I had given you 4 plus 2 plus 2x equals 8? Okay? So instead of 2x plus 4, I just wrote it as 4 plus 2x. I just switched the terms. Notice they're both still positive. Okay? I'm still going to get rid of this 4 first. Get rid of whatever it is that's furthest away from the x. Okay? So one thing that you might want to make a note of is start with furthest away from variable. Okay? So we're looking on this side because we're dealing with this x. The number that's furthest away from it is a positive 4. This is a positive 4. Okay? So to get rid of a positive 4, you have to take 4 away from both sides. So you end up with 2x equals 4, exactly what we ended up with up here. I would divide each side by 2 and I'd have the same answer. Okay? So no matter which way you see it, start with what's furthest away from your variable. Okay, so my x is here, 2's right next to it, 4's way over here, so I'm going to start by getting rid of that 4. Okay, we're going to do another example. 3x minus 4 equals 5. Okay, let me go ahead and split it. So I have my left side and my right side. This time I've got 3x minus 4 equal to 5. Here's my x. 3's right next to it. The 4 is way over here. Okay, so I'm going to start with this 4. This time, though, this was a minus 4. Okay, we have to undo that, right? We're trying to move it over there. We got to get rid of it. We have to undo subtraction. Opposite of subtraction is addition. So instead of subtracting 4, I'm going to undo it by adding 4. Whatever I do on this side, I have to do on this side. Okay? Minus 4 plus 4 cancels. That's 0. I'm left with a 3x over here. 5 plus 4 is 9. Now I'm left with 3 times x equal to 9. The 3 and the x are being multiplied. I need to undo the multiplication, right? These are being multiplied. Opposite of that is division. I'm going to divide. 3's cancel. X equals 9 divided by 3 is 3. Okay? Same deal. If I had put a negative 4 plus 3x equals 5, I'm still going to start with the thing that's furthest away from the x. Okay? So the 3's next to it. I'm going to start with this negative 4. To get rid of a negative number, you're going to do the opposite on each side. Those cancel. I'd end up with 3x equal to 9, which then I would divide by 3, and I'd end up with x is 3. So it doesn't matter what order the terms are in, you're still going to be doing the same operations. So I got x is 3 real quick. I can go check it, right? So I can come up here, 3 times x. Let's see if 3 works. 3 times 3 minus 4, right? 3 times 3 is 9, minus 4 equals 5. That's correct. I'm good to go. One more example. Negative 4x plus 10 equals 2. I'll put my line right there. Okay? These are going to get harder, so get in the habit of putting that line there. We need a left side and a right side of the equal sign. Line goes with the equal sign. Okay? This time I've got a negative 4 being multiplied by x plus 10 equals 2. Here's my x. What's further away, the negative 4 or the 10? The 10. Negative 4 is right next to it. They're buddies. Okay, keep them together for now. We're going to work on this positive 10. Okay, this is a 10 being added, or a plus or a positive. So to undo that addition, I want to get rid of that 10. I need to undo the plus 10 by doing a minus 10 on both sides. Those will cancel. On this side, I'm left with a negative 4x. 2 minus 10. If you need to put that in your calculator, you can. Okay? We can do 2 minus 10. It's negative 8. Now I've got negative 4 being multiplied by x. Okay, so I need to do the opposite of this multiplication. Okay, so instead of multiplying by negative 4, I'm going to divide on both sides. Those cancel. X equals negative 8. So I've got negative 8 divided by negative 4 is a positive 2. A positive 2. X equals 2. Positive 2. Okay? So a negative divided by negative is a positive. If you need to check that in your calculator, then you certainly can. Okay? So now we're just solving for x, same thing we did in the first video. We've just got 2 steps now. Remember, start with whatever is happening furthest away from the x. Okay? Don't start with what's right next to it. Start with the thing that's furthest away.